Yesterday we looked at a tragic picture or a tragic reality of those who do not do the will of God. Well, today we will look upon one that is much brighter and absolutely glorious. As John says in 1 John chapter 2 verse 17, at the end of that verse he says, "But whoever does the will of God abides forever." So John's just told us that the world is passing away with its desires and its lusts. And now, this does not mean that the earth just disappears. The earth remains. And whatever in it or about it that is of God remains. Now, the earth will be purged of all that is not of God, all the things that God has tolerated while the darkness was passing. The earth will be transformed, regenerated into the new heavens and the new earth where righteousness dwells. And so the earth renewed and regenerated and cleansed does not pass away. It continues under what is now the will of God. And so the prayer, "Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven," will be answered. As of now, it has not been fully answered, but then it will be. And this will be for all eternity. And in the earth, the will of God will be done. Therefore, making earth like heaven. And this means that earth will be in a heavenly state, that earth will be like heaven with angels and men together doing the will of God. The angels in heaven and we in our earth. This is what John is asking us to look forward to. This is what he means when he says, "But whoever does the will of God abides forever." Now, it's all too easy just to think, well, that's great when I die or when Jesus returns. But we need to know that we do not need to wait for this future state. We do not need to hope that in a future state or place we shall dwell forever, because we are in it now. The world with its desires is passing, but we are in possession and dwelling in this glorious state now. We are already in possession of it. The world, as John says, it is passing. The darkness is passing, meaning that the world no longer has dominion over me. The world no longer possesses me. It has forfeited its claim over me. Yes, I suffer and tolerate the world, but this is only for a period of time and actually it serves a purpose temporarily. As one who is now doing the will of God, I abide forever. This is my domain. I have a perfect right to remain forever. And so in doing the will of God, I am already in my abiding state, a state in which I will abide forever. Now, I know that I will not stay like I am at this moment. I am being changed from glory into glory. I will advance forward in the love of God, becoming more holy and sanctified as God draws me closer into him. And I follow his ways more and more, and I seek his will more and more, and obey his will more and more. And yes, there will be that break in continuity when my life comes to an end, when my soul departs this body to be with Christ, where now he is. And that's before I receive a new body at his second coming. But I am more or less, well, actually quite substantially now, as I will be always. I am more or less actually now as I will be always. And so we've got to get out of this negative of thinking of just waiting and saying, okay, well, when Jesus returns or when I do die, then that's it. That'll be better. But I'm just going to wait until that day happens. No, as John says, the darkness is passing, and so therefore we live now, starting now. And yes, it is going to be better. when either Christ returns or we do die and we're given a new body and a new earth. But it's already started now. It's already started now. I think that's a good place to leave it for today. So take care and God bless.